guys, welcome back to the Not Only Carrot Show here on YouTube. I'm Leah and today I'm going to teach you how to make a vegan, caffeine-free honeycomb. It is my version of a Violet Crumble, which I lovingly have named a Non-Violent Crumble. All right, let's get started. Okay guys, I'm going to talk us through what we need to begin with because this recipe happens like that, and if you muck it up, it burns and tastes disgusting. So don't muck it up. Let's make sure we know what we're doing. So guys, to begin with, you're going to need a deep pot for the stove or a deep pan on the bench here. Make sure it's deep because sugar, when it heats up, it doubles, even sometimes triples in size, and you do not want this bubbling over and burning you or wrecking your bench or your stove, starting a fire. Yeah, they're kind of bad things to do when you're cooking. So yeah, don't do that. Make sure you've got a heat-proof spoon so your fingers don't burn off. You're going to need a candy thermometer so you can measure temperatures. We're going to go to up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit today, about 149 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to use my little gun thermometer, but a candy thermometer that you pop in there works just as well. We need 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, 1 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, which is bicarb soda, 1 cup of refined sugar, just regular white sugar. In Australia, that is 100% vegan. In America, look for vegan sugar because bone char is used in a lot of the refined sugar in the United States. Plus, we need 2 tablespoons of water, and to cover our honeycomb at the end, I have 2 cups of vegan carob buttons, and they look really good over there. Looking forward to eating those. Plus, we're going to need a heat-proof tray. I'm just using an oven tray with some parchment paper on top. That's just baking paper for my Aussie viewers. And that's pretty much it. So, to get going, get your pan on the stove or your electric fry pan heating on the highest temperature possible, and add all of the ingredients straight away except for the bicarb. Leave that out. That is our final ingredient, and we do not add that till the very end. All right. This is one of those recipes, I'm putting it on the bench. One of those recipes, as I said, it is fast, and at the end, once you reach your temperature, you've got to get it out of your pan quickly, otherwise it does burn. I have burnt it before. Tastes disgusting, don't recommend it. Just, yeah, one of those things. Now, sugar, when it heats up, starts to bubble, and this is going to bubble furiously, and that's what we want. It's already starting to bubble. You want to keep stirring the whole time. Make sure everything is all really, really well combined, and just keep checking that temperature. So I'm just going to aim it at that. So I'm already at 171 Fahrenheit. I'm going to use Fahrenheit, guys, because it's a little easier to look for a 300 on my thermometer than a 149. So I'm going American today. All right, keep checking it, guys. Here we go. What are we at now? 220. It starts to heat up really quickly. If you're using a pan on the stove that's a little narrower, you can find that sugar will actually bubble up quite high, especially once you get your bicarb into it. 234. Just a disclaimer for anyone who likes bubbles and likes playing with bubbles. Do not put your fingers in these bubbles. They will burn your fingers very badly. And getting sugar stuck on your skin is not comfortable. I did it as a child. We made toffee. I got toffee on my skin and it took the skin off. So don't do it. You notice they're starting to puff up quite a lot more now as it's heating up further. 256. 259. So when it gets to that 300 degrees Fahrenheit, it's actually what they call in candy language, they call it a crack point. So if you were to put a teaspoon of this mixture into some water, it would actually crack in the water. So if you don't have a candy thermometer and still just see this recipe and you're like, I'm making that and I don't care, just test it out with the water. Just every now and then put a little bit in there, and if it cracks, you know you're at your crack point and you're good to add the bicarb. Okay, this has got to be getting pretty close now. 275. We are getting close. Those last few degrees, guys, will just creep up on you, so keep doing it. 280, as I said then. Wow, 306. Wow, that jumped up super fast. All right. So take it off the stove or unplug it, guys. Sprinkle your bicarb over the top. as fast as you can. Look how much that's changing. Look, guys, see how it's gone yellow like a big fluffy cloud. Stir it through nice and fast. You don't want it to burn. All right, that's good to go. Get your tray and get it out of there as fast as you can, but don't burn yourself. I don't recommend it. All right, get it out. I'm totally blocking the camera. Sorry, camera. So sorry. This is not an easy thing to do. All right, you have to just give up on some of it, guys, unfortunately. Now, use the back of your spoon very gently to smooth this mixture out. Do not touch it. It looks fluffy and it is painful. Just don't touch it. Spread it out across your sheet. Try not to have any super thick parts, guys, because they won't be as crunchy. They'll be crunchy, but they go kind of soft in the middle, and then when you put the carob on it, it kind of falls apart. So, okay, that's about as good as we're getting. It's already setting. You just have to leave some of it on the spoon. This is now going to sit on the bench and cool down. The cooler it gets, the harder it'll get. If you try to pick this up now, it'll sort of be bendy and quite malleable, but you just leave it till it's lovely and crunchy. And then we're going to melt down our carob and coat it. I'll be right back as soon as it's magically ready. Okay guys, just while this is cooling down, I wanted to give a shout out to Vegan Perfection. They are not actually a sponsor of the episode, but were so kind when I got in touch with them to let them know that I love to share recipes and products that are vegan, that they said, oh, we'll just chuck a few extras in with your order. So I actually had ordered some vegan honeycomb from them, which inspired me to try and make it myself. I thought the ingredients were so simple, and I really love this brand, and this is actually their home brand that they make themselves, a Vegan Perfection. So if you think this recipe looks a little bit scary and you want to try their version, I recommend it. Really yummy. They also threw in some Soyatu brand rice whip and Coco's whip, which is coconut based and rice based. I haven't used them. I'm looking forward to trying them out though. I also bought a couple of different vegan jerkies. We've got the Primal Spirit Hickory Smoked and the Teriyaki flavors, and also the Quirky Jerky, which I just like the name of it, so that's why I bought that one. But they also threw in this Super Fudgio toffee flavor. Toffee, it's got sloths on it, and everyone loves sloths. They're super cute. And this is also the same brand, that Super Fudgio. This is chocolate strawberry chocolate made with sugar and coconut milk with super flavor. So they might have other flavors as well. So check them out, guys. Vegan Perfection, very cool. There was no obligation to share this. I just was really excited that they were so kind to share some extra products with me. Now, also, while I'm waiting for this to keep hardening up as well, I might as well melt my chocolate down. You can melt your carob over a pot with water in it and just gently stir it, and that, as long as you're using a heat-proof bowl, that will melt really well. I'm going to melt mine in the microwave because it'll just save me extra time. 30 seconds at a time, stirring, putting back in, 30 seconds, stir, repeat, repeat, repeat until it's lovely and smooth. I don't want it to be too thick when I'm putting it over the top because it can get a bit much, a little too rich. So I want to make it nice and hot so it's runny, but don't make it too hot, guys, otherwise you can burn your carob and that would be no good as well. All right, guys, I'm just going to check and see if it's cracky enough. That's a real word, just so you know. Okay, so it's a bit bendy. Oh yeah, here we go, it's cracking. Here we go. I think it might need a little longer. The edges are good and cracking off, but some of the middle bits are still soft. But I'll show you, while the rest of it keeps cooling down, I'll just give you an idea of what to do with the little honeycomb pieces. You're just dipping it in, keeping in mind this chocolate is hot, guys, so don't burn yourselves. You might be able to get it on most parts of it. And then just lay it back down again on your baking paper. That chocolate's hot. Ow! Is that good? It's fine. No, it's not really hurting that much now, just a little bit. All right, so this is pretty much it, guys. Just get your little pieces, and it tastes, seriously, tastes like the bought stuff. I even had a friend yesterday say she reckons it tastes better than the bought stuff, so I was like, that's pretty cool. All right, it's so cracky. Some of it's even cracking off in my fingers. There we go. So they're the little violet crumbles, the vegan violet crumbles. Of course, you got to wait till all of it cools down. If you're feeling lazy, you can do what I did the other day and just spread it all over the top. I did try it though, and I found that when we cracked the pieces, that some of the chocolate actually cracked off, which was kind of annoying, which is why I decided to go back to the dipping method. So let me know, guys, what you thought of this recipe. Have a cook at home. See if you don't think it's one of the easiest homemade lollies you can make. And a little disclaimer, I know this isn't a health food, but every now and then it's lovely to have a special treat. This is the finished product, the vegan non-violent crumbles. So exciting. All right, I'm gonna just chew one so you can hear that I'm serious when I say that they are crunchy. These haven't quite set, so that's why the carob's still a bit soft. So anyway, here we go. That's really crunchy. Oh. That quite literally tastes like a violet crumble. Okay guys, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!